So our next speaker is a man who needs no introduction whatsoever, but I'm going to give him one anyway. That is our governor, Greg Abbott. Thank you, Governor, so much for being here today. Governor Abbott is the 48th governor of the state of Texas. Before his election to governor in 2014, he was the 50th and longest serving Attorney General of Texas, where he earned a national reputation for defending religious liberty, protecting Texas communities and children. And he previously served as a justice on the Texas Supreme Court and also as a state district judge in Harris County. Governor Abbott was raised in Wichita Falls, or born in Wichita Falls, raised in Duncanville. And after graduating from the University of Texas at Austin, he earned a law degree from Vanderbilt University Law School. Governor Abbott and his wife, Cecilia, who is a former teacher and principal, and the first Hispanic First Lady of Texas, were married in 1981. And their daughter, Audrey, is a recent college graduate. And as a dad, I can tell you that's an important milestone, so congratulations. Governor Abbott, you guys see publicly, but I just want to tell you real quick what I see privately. This is a very, very intelligent, thoughtful, and deliberative man. He is serious, he is measured, but he's also very firm. And he is extremely courageous. You've heard the saying, you should thank your lucky stars that you're in Texas. I think that we should all say a little prayer of thanks that Greg Abbott is the governor of the great state of Texas. Governor, would you please join us?
Well, thank you. I don't know, I'm always confused. I saw him the other night in Galveston, and I couldn't tell. So I call him Representative, Chairman, Doctor, Greg, whatever. All those. Thank you for the kind introduction. I also want to thank Brazosport College for putting on this event, but also for recognizing Dennis in this way. I want to thank Speaker Phelan for being here. Thank you for your leadership of what you're providing for the Texas House of Representatives. And I want to thank all the legislators for taking time to be here and honor the Dennis the way that we should. Maybe the way that we should is just to have him stand up and hold up that sign. And we can honor him. But the real reason, obviously, to be here is to pay tribute. You know, it was interesting, Greg, what you were talking about earlier when you kind of chronicled all of his siblings and the remarkable family. But today, as you know, we are paying tribute to the most powerful in the Bonnen family. And that's exactly why I want to thank Dr. Greg Bonnen for his leadership of the House Appropriations Committee and what you're doing there. Doing a great job. Thank you, Greg. Actually, as we all know, the real most powerful Bonnen is Kim Bonnen. Kim, thank you for what you're doing. You know, Dennis actually would be the first to tell you, and he tells it all the time, that it is Greg, it is Kim, and it is others who help support Dennis in a way that made him the leader that he is. The fact of the matter is Dennis knows, but most people here do not know. Dennis and I go way back long before my time as governor. It was back when I was a young attorney general when we were looking for ways to try to get things passed in the legislature, and someone gave us the idea that we need to go sit down with Dennis Bonnen and have Dennis Bonnen work with us and to help us get something passed. And so myself and my team, we go sit down with Dennis Bonnen and we explain exactly what we want to do. And you've seen him actually physically do this before. He sits down, he puts his arms on his legs, he leans forward, he puts his glasses up like this. He says, "That's a good idea, but it's not going to work." And he said, "Here's what you need to do." And then it's kind of like being in a huddle with Tom Brady because he nails out every single plan all along the way about exactly what needs to be done. And then he's barking orders at other people in the office about exactly what to do. And the next thing we know, in a month or two later, what we were seeking to have done was done exactly the way that Dennis articulated that it needed to be done. That was the first of many experiences where we got to see that unfold. Most prolifically, however, we got to see this experience when I became governor. So Dennis was a big-time help before I was governor, but as governor, he and I worked even more closely. And the reality is that the real stories of what I can tell you about what happened that I was governor, they're going to have to wait until I'm no longer in office. But I'm going to give you the short version that I think everybody will agree with. And that is, every session that I've been governor when Dennis was serving in the Capitol, whether he was as a member or as speaker, every session, it would end in the governor's office with big deal after big deal being brokered by Dennis Bonnen leading the way. Dennis, thank you for what you were able to accomplish during your time as speaker. The fact of the matter is that, as has been explained, no one has more kinetic energy than Dennis Bonnen. Nobody gets more done than Dennis Bonnen. And Dennis always offers his help to everybody. He never shies away from providing unsolicited advice. Half of the time, I was smart enough to take that advice. The other half of the time, I was smart enough not to take that advice. But the results of what Dennis has achieved, they speak for themselves. Landmark school finance reform, the biggest property tax reform that Texas either has ever achieved, or certainly the biggest reform that we have achieved in decades. The strongest border security effort until Dade Phelan. And then the constitutional amendment to ban a state income tax. The list goes on and on about legendary things that you were able to accomplish. But through it all, there was one constant about Dennis Bonnen, and that was his persistent support for Brazosport College. He made sure that other state leaders knew just how important this college is. As just one easy example, this is not my first time to be here at this college with Dennis Bonnen. He's brought me here times before, as no doubt he has other state leaders. Part of maybe what drove Dennis to do that was his drive for the educational opportunities that are offered by Brazosport College. Another part was because it was important to Dennis's district and his constituents, who we fought for all the time. But still another part was Dennis's vision for building a better future for our great state. There are countless students who have already graduated from this college, who already have good paying jobs, who may never know the pivotal role that Dennis Bonnen played in making that happen. So it's quite appropriate that he is having a building named for him right here at Brazosport College with the Bonnen Central Building. In that regard, I disagree, if you don't mind, to the Speaker Pro Tem, Joe Moody. Joe Moody said that his name is going to be up there, but soon people will no longer know who that person even is. As long as Dennis Bonnen is alive, every student walking through here is going to know exactly who this building is named after. Generations of students and staff will go in and out of that building and know that their college has been advanced and improved by the tireless acts of advocacy of the person whose name is placed on that building. Congratulations, Dennis Bonnen. He's never seen before what I'm about to do, but I actually brought a proclamation from the governor of Texas. Recognizing the Bonnen Central Building, and also a flag flown over the Capitol that you love to serve under. All the best to you.